Hi, it's Donna from DT Glass Designs. Welcome to my studio. Today I've decided to make a wall or window hanging piece. It's drawn in a sort of leaf design, and I'll have four green elements made from transparent glass and infill with some scrap textile. And I'm hoping to achieve a mosaic look to the piece, so I will infill with some black frit. I've already cut a piece of glass. I'll place the design under the glass to give me a reference point, and then I'll build directly onto the textile base. The glass that I've chosen for the leaf elements is spring green transparent and leaf green transparent, and I'm going to add some powder to the top of each leaf to just give a little bit more interest to the piece. I'll add a piece of opal glass to the top, which will hide the hooks. I don't really want the hooks to be seen through a transparent piece. I think that should look okay. I'll start assembling the scrap texture along the bottom of the piece. I've just cut a lot of small pieces of texture, just random shapes, with a mosaic nipper, and I'll just lay down some blue glass tack gel, and I'm just going to work from the bottom first. I'll replace the green elements once the mosaic part has been done. These are the mosaic nippers I use. I'll continue to assemble all the scrap texture elements, and I'll let you see what it looks like when I'm finished. I've set aside the piece to dry. I want the glass gel to set before doing anything else. In the meantime, I've got the spring green leaf, and I intend to use some aventurine green transparent powder. I'll lay a good layer of this on the glass. Always wear a mask when working with glass powders. try to sift an even layer and go over the piece a few times to make sure that the surface is covered. I have a rubber tip tool which I'm going to use to create the marks on the leaf. This is quite easy to do. You just do away and do whatever design you want. And if you make a mess, you just start again. I created this wave design, but further on in the video I decided it's not really the design that I want, so I go over it and try to create a more sort of vein type leaf design on it. This is the second spring green transparent piece. I'm applying the same adventurine green transparent powder, and on this one I'll use the same tool, but I'll create different sort of markings on it, more leaf sort of vein shape, which I think looks more in keeping with the piece. Once I'm happy with the piece, I will put that aside with the other one, and since it's the same powder, I shall reclaim the powder and put it back in the jar. I'm going over the first piece that I applied the powder to. I didn't like the wavy look, so I'm gently creating vein type markings in the piece. I think it'll look fine once I've done that. Just reclaiming the powder before I start the second two leaves, which are the leaf green transparent leaves. I'll be using two colours on these. I'll use spring green transparent powder for the bottom layer, and on the top layer I'll use the aventurine green transparent powder. I'll reclaim the powder again before I move on to the next colour. I'm putting a layer of, as I said, aventurine transparent green, and I'll create similar markings to the other two. I'm using the same tool I used before. So I'm just making markings similar to the markings made on the other 2 leaves. When I've done that, I'll reclaim the powder, but because it's a mixture of 2 powders, it's now contaminated. So I'll just put it into a little jar that I use for mixed powders. When powders are mixed together, it makes a sort of like a brown colour, so we don't want that. So I'll do that, then we'll see where we are with the piece. And the piece is now quite dry, and I'm just adding the last bits of detail to it. I'm using pink transparent glass and some cranberry confetti and purple confetti. It's probably a bit bright just at the moment, so you probably can't see exactly what I'm doing. That shadow is a fused glass piece of window art, and it's actually quite effective over the piece I'm assembling. There's not a lot I can do. I really don't want to move the piece to another part of the studio at the moment, so just bear with me. As you can see, I've already filled the gaps between the texture with black frit, and it's ready to go in the kiln on a contour fuse. The piece is now out of the kiln, and I'm happy with the result. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, happy fusing.